those who just came, you're welcome. You're welcome. To those who are just joining, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. There is no time on our side, and this is almost 8, 10 minutes past 8 already. And we are okay. Over to you, IK.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Good evening. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can
Yes,
hear me
you
clear.
can.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Marvin, thank you very much for the intro. I'm really grateful and grateful for actually having me here. And yeah, I can see others that are joining. Guru is here. GBLT are here. Many people, many designers. That's nice. Oh. Yeah, so thank you for the honor. It's really good to be here. So I actually don't even know what um like how long I'll take, but I'll try as much as possible not to take too much time. So I'll go straight to the point. So, and first of all, I want to ask, I don't know, maybe if anybody has question, like maybe there's something they've always wanted to know concerning my design or something, then let me just address it quickly. Let me
Okay.
share screen.
We are hoping to keep that to the end, but because of time actually.
Okay.
But if you guys have anything you want to share, um, okay, Esther, can you please identify yourself so you can just chat to you? Zoe, let's get the questions from them. Let me let me out. Okay, you see that name? So please drop your message. Yes, because of time. Please, you don't have to move. Before you know, people will start logging off.
Okay.
I'm sure people have many questions. I'm sure they have questions, but so I'm let me turn off my screen so you can share from your end.
Okay.
Yes, yes, boss. All right, you can share, and you can also leave your messages in your questions in the chat. If you don't want to send it to Esther, you can leave it in the chat. Or what as much as not to get this track.
Uh, okay. I don't know. You can see my screen now, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. Okay, somebody, Esther says she can't hear me clearly. So let me see. Let me try and be loud. I don't know. Please let me, you guys should let me know if you can still hear me clearly, so that
Don't
I'll
worry, don't
try.
worry. I'll speak with her.
Okay, okay.
I'll speak to her. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try as much as possible to be fast. So let me start with some of the things that people usually ask me. People usually ask me about my design, like why is that when I post it, they're usually crisp. Like when I post designs, like it doesn't lose quality. So this trick I want to give is strictly for Photoshop. It might be different with Illustrator and Corel Draw. So this is mostly for Photoshop. So when I'm making designs, let's say I'm making a design now, and it's an e-design that's electronic, so it's only social media. I usually maintain the resolution at 100, 100. And the reason why I do this is some people use 72 as the standard resolution for any e-designs. So, but then I leave it at 100. 100 is also okay. So this way, whenever you're saving, because Photoshop usually takes a lot of space, but then this way it will not make the file size too large. And whenever I want to save, let's say I create this and I've done a design. Let me just put up something. Let's say this is my design. When I'm done, I usually save for web. Shift Control Alternate S. That's the shortcut. This here says save um quality. I want to keep it at. I'll be taking note of the size here. I'll be taking note of the size here, which is here. Then let's say this is okay. Then I'll save it. So this way, when I save it and I post it, it's usually not very. So that's one trick that I actually use for so that the designs are going to be nice even when I post them. It won't lose quality. So that's it. So maybe I should put up some of my designs and then we should see which one that maybe some people want to me to like work on. A couple of designs. Okay, he said the video is lagging, your second window isn't showing. Second window. Okay, but can you guys see the screen? That's my Photoshop screen.
Okay, are you using two screens?
No, I'm using just one.
Okay, but we can see your screen actually.
Okay,
It's working.
Brainiac said your second window isn't showing.
Okay, why is the video is pausing? No, if the English is correct.
Okay, let me
Okay. They are saying you should share a full window. I guess.
okay. Okay, the option to share screen here is let me check. Okay, I don't know. Can you guys see it now?
Yes, so
Sorry, can you guys see the screen now?
yes, I can see the screen.
Okay, it's back. All right. So I don't know if you guys got the first thing I said about how I save for social media post for web.
I think so.
You can share it again, sir. Thank you.
Uh, Sorry, Marvin. Marvin, you're still here, right?
Hello, please let's hold on a bit.
Okay, or maybe I'm not seeing the option for all my listening to share. Can I maybe like start the recording so I'll share the screen?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
I mean like the options I'm seeing that to share screen. Okay, this one is back here now. Okay,
Okay, we can see your screen now.
okay, okay. Sorry guys for the time. I don't know the whole. I think maybe it's network. That's why the screen is back now. Okay, so I can start. All right. So let me. Where is that? Yeah. So sorry, you guys can still see the screen, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the designs that I did of recent. People have been asking me how did I achieve this particular design. So I'll just work on this quickly. It's actually very simple and very easy. So to get on with it, let me put the image I used. So this is the image I used. It's an AI image I got from Freepik. So this is the model. So I'm not going to remove the background or do anything. It's actually very straightforward. All I need right now is a background. So let me just take out something from, I'll use this. So let's say this is my background. Sorry, let me place the design as well. So this is the design. You can see the background overlay here. So what I did was, this one is down, then the main design, this is the man is here. Let me rename this just background. So if you double click it, you come to your layers and your layer style panel. All you just do is just turn off the red and you already have this very cool looking design. So that was very simple. This is just very simple, very easy and classy, and I can say you're done. The only thing you have to do now is to adjust the background to your liking, and then you add your text. So for example, I'll just add a text. I want to be as quick as possible, so I won't waste you guys' time. Text and put it however you want, and then you're good to go. So that's how I achieved this one. Then, if you want to add the other extra effects, this is from Filter Gallery. So all I did was the main image of the guy, I duplicated it. This is his image. Then come to um Filter Gallery. So if I went to distort and put it on glass, then I'll come to this texture here and I'll change it to tiny lens. So that's the effect here already. Tiny lens. So you can just play around with the distortion, with the smoothness, and with the scaling. That one is up to you, your choice. And put OK. So what I did was I added a layer mask. Then I took my brush, make sure it's on soft brush, and then just remove the sides that you don't want it to affect, just so you can have that effect like this. Clean off the side that you don't want. So there you go, you already have the effect. So that's like, it's very, very simple, very straightforward, and it just looks very cool. So this is one way to go about it. Let me see, hope you guys got this one. Okay. So let me put the second one. Now, this is the second, another design that is very similar to that one. So let me just do this one as well. So for this design, we have the guy and we have the lady also, like they're kind of combined together. It's a very simple technique as well. I'll just bring in the image of the guy and that of the lady. So I have the image of the guy here as a PNG, but I don't necessarily need a PNG, just a normal image will work. So this is it. So I'll just combine this so that it's just be a normal picture, not a PNG. Then I'll bring that of the lady as well. This is that of the lady, also in PNG. I'll also make it just a normal picture. So add white. So we have this JPEG and we have this other one. So let me name this W for woman and this one M for man. So the simple thing I did here was the woman was the one above, and then I'll still do that same thing I did, come here, but instead this one I'll remove the green and I'll remove the blue. So I've removed the green and I've removed the blue, and already I have this very nice effect. So all I have to do now is to adjust the position that I want her to be in so that I can have something like this. And then I just add my text, right? So this is the design and then text. So you can see it's very simple, very easy, and it looks very cool and very classy. So that's how to go about this design, this type, something like this. And just to be sure, I don't know, I hope you guys are really hearing me. Okay, somebody asked what version of Photoshop I'm using. I'm using CC 2022. I was using 23, but it was having issues with that online thing. So I had to go back to 2022 and it's resolved. So I'm using CC 2022. So that's it for this design. So let me go to another design that I've done. That is something very similar. Yeah, all of them are very similar in a way. So this one as well is something very similar, something like this. So for this design, let me remove this one and drag in my PNG. So this was the image of the woman. So for this one, I'm going to actually use a PNG. This is the PNG image. You can see this is PNG. So there was this mountain. I can't find the exact picture I used for the mountain, so I'll just use any other random one. There was more focus on her face, so let me put it on the face and find a picture. So this is the picture of a mountain or hills or whatever this is. So all I'm going to do now is I'll clip this, create clipping mask, clip it to her image, and then I'll change it to any of the, you just look for the best one for the lights. In the light, you know, we have the way Photoshop arranged them, the ones in the dark, the ones in the light, and then these ones that have some nice effects. So you look for any ones among these: lighting, screen, color dodge. I like screen better. So let's say we're going for something like this, screen. Then you arrange it to the best way you feel it's nice. Maybe something like this. Then I added the layer marks on it. So now you go to your brush, make sure it's on black so that you can remove the parts that you don't want. Make sure it's on soft brush. You can reduce the opacity or increase it, and then just remove the parts that you feel you don't like. So that was what I did to get this. I think I cleaned off more of the side from our face so that I'll just get only the volcano and the mountain. Then you add your text. Come here and then you add your text. Right? So that was how I achieved that design. So that's it for all these type of designs. Then let me see if there's any question in the group. Please, how did you convert the PNG to a normal image with background? Okay, how I converted the PNG to a normal image. Okay, let me just go back to that straight forward. So let's say this is the PNG image, right? This, and then this is my background. Let me just put a different background. Let's say red. So I have this, I have red. So all I did was this and this. I'll use hold control and click two of them. So click this, hold control, click the one of the lady, then I press Control E. Control E means to merge, but you can just come here, right click and merge layers, right? When you merge the layers now, it has been merged with the red, so it's no longer a PNG. So that was how I achieved that. Then, okay, I can't see any other questions for now. All right, so let me go on to another design. So, there's this design I did also that people were asking, although I feel this is also very pretty straightforward. You just have these shapes and then the picture of the man is clipped and I added the effects. So people usually ask me how I get this type of effects that is shiny, right? So I'll also do that. So let me get on with this very quickly. So I have white background. I'll come to my pen tool. When I'm on my pen tool, I'll make sure my pen tool is on shape, not path. Put it on shape. While it's on shape, I need only the fill. I don't need the stroke. So I've removed this stroke already. And then let me just use black. So I'll just create something like this, that shape. I'll just be very quick about it. Let's say this is what the shape looks like. My first shape, second shape, third shape. So the good thing about this one that I'm doing is this maintains the quality. So even Ctrl T, even if I should increase the size, you see it's not really giving any raster. Right? It's kind of working like Illustrator in a way. Ctrl Z. So I'll leave it this way. So now I have these three. I'll just merge them. Ctrl E, right? Click all of them and merge them. So it's now one. Then I'll place the image and clip it. So let me look for the image. Because the image I used is just a normal image. Then right click, create clipping mask. Clip it. So when I clip it, I'll kind of try to position the eye this way so that we can see the eye here. Something like this. So now, if you come to the design, you'll notice that there's kind of some shades around this side to look like he's really behind this paper. But if you look at this one now, you can't see that. So to give it that effect to look like he's really behind the paper, what I did was, for this shape, right? Let me name it shape. I'll duplicate it. So Ctrl J to duplicate. So Ctrl J, I'll duplicate it. I'll take the one under and I'll put it above the image. So it's above the image now. So what I'm going to do is I'll reduce the fill, not opacity now, just the fill, reduce it to 100, right? So it's there, but it's like it's not there. Then I'll double click to open my layer style and use drop shadow. No, sorry, not drop shadow. I'll use inner shadow. So I'll change this to black. and just play around with the opacity, distance, choke, and just to your satisfaction. Let me see. I put it in multiply. So you can see what's happening, right? So this actually is to your satisfaction. Just look at it, and however you feel is okay for you, do it, and then you leave. So that way, now give it as the illusion like he's really behind the paper. Then now for the effects, let me create a new layer. I'll come to my eyedropper tool, and let me see, I'll select somewhere around his skin, maybe this color. Yeah, I'll come to my brush, make sure it's on soft brush, leave it at 100, flow 100. Then usually if you use caps lock, you won't see the radius. So you remove caps lock so that you can see this. I'll just click once. When I click, I'll come. Sorry. Okay. So this is the brush, right? So I'll come here and look for the one that I feel that best works for me. Let me see something around overlay. So you can see how with the effects that they're giving from the lights. Let me go for this soft light. I can adjust it. If the color is actually not coming out well, you can just remove it, and then you can look for a different color around the skin. Maybe you go for something like the red, come back to your brush, put it, and then change the screen or the one that works best. Lighting. I think this color is a bit too. I can use Control U to also adjust the. Control U, change the color. Okay, something like this. So it's just to look for the one that actually works well with the image, and then until you arrive at an effect like this, and okay with it, then you just add your text. So I'm trying to save time, right? So I'm not going to go in everything, but basically, I hope you guys get the basic idea on how to achieve something like that. Let me see if there's any question. Yes. Yes, yeah, just like bringing access, you can choose any blend mode. It depends on the mood you want exactly. So those blend modes, right? There's no a particular one that you need to use. It's just based on you and the vibe that you're trying to give. Sometimes it can be very shiny, sometimes it's best you get. So it's actually based on you. But just select from the lights, because like I said, whenever you want to change the blend mode for the light, there are the darker ones as from darken, multiply, color bond. These ones are like in the darker layers. If you need something dark, you use this. If you need something light, you use from lighting to overlay, and then for this difference extraction, it's kind of giving a more like an inverted, or should I say like an inverse color. You get something like that. So this is how they are arranged. So if you're going for something with the light range, you choose from this lighting all the way down to hard mix. Sorry. So that's it for that. If anybody have any other question, you can ask. What are your inspirations? Since you give daily inspiration, I just want to know how you sustain your own inspiration. So my own inspiration, I actually get a lot of inspiration from different sites, from Pinterest, from some of you guys post, like you designers, like some things that you guys actually post. Like I follow people's statuses a lot as well, and even on Instagram. So sometimes I see some designs, I see something that I like, I try to replicate it. If I can't really replicate it, I meet the designer or I just check YouTube. But basically, I get them from online spaces and stuff like. Especially Pinterest. Pinterest is a very nice site to actually to for inspirations. Also, I have a folder for inspirations. So whenever I need an idea, I go through that folder and just try to see things that I like or that works with whatever I want to do, and try to see how I can add to my designs. So my design process for DI. Let me just see if I can work on something else. I'll answer that question. So there's also this very cool effects I want to show you guys. So let's say we have something like this. Sometimes there is dual tone effect that people add to designs that is very nice, which is very straightforward and very cool. So here in our, we have this selective color gradient map threshold. You get all this. If you go to gradient map, just see these very cool effects that it has given to this design, right? So I have some designs or some gradient that I see of mine, although it was in my 2023, but since I'm not using that one, I just have very few here. Look at this very cool effect it gives. So you can actually create yours, or you can choose from the ones that Photoshop already has and see how it comes out. From here you can invert it. The blues. Let's see the blues. If it's giving you you just look for colors that work, like something like this too is actually very nice. You can just have only this and then you just put your text on it and you're good to go. Like this is actually a very nice design already. Just to place your text and you're good to go. So this is something also I feel is very cool, simple, and straightforward. Then let's see. So this particular design. So I did this design a couple of months back, and people were asking me how I achieved this effect. So I'll just give an example with one. I'll just give an example with one, how I did this. And if you look at it closely, like this is actually rush work. Like I just rushed this. I didn't even really put in a lot. So come here, remove all this. So all you just have to do is find a model, put your model. Let's say this is my own model. Then now I'm going to use the pen tool. I work with the pen tool a lot. I use my pen tool a lot. So I want to just make one of these glass shapes. Since it's a shape, there's no particular form or anything. I can just draw it anyhow I want. So let me just draw a shape, something like this. So let me say this is my broken glass. Then let me change it to red. Now I want to do this second part, the one that looks like it's shiny. So just like maybe assume this is beneath that layer. It's something like this. This is a very quick walk, so please. And something like this. Let me shift this a bit. So this is the main one, then this is the inner one. So now all I have to do is just to add a gradient to this side, the red. Let me come here, I'll just select from the one that I've created before. Okay, so I think there's an error somewhere. Okay. To reflect it. This. So you do it till you fill your content, something like this. Looks good. Let me change it as well and put it to be able to see what I just did. So you see the effects that this is giving. So the gradient, this is what I use, just grays and something lighter, dark gray, something a bit lighter to give off this black, this gray, the light gray, you get. And then I just put it on reflected, so it just duplicates. So something like this. So now I just cut out any part of the image and clip it to the top one. So let's say this is her image. I'll just duplicate. I can duplicate just the image, put it here, and clip it. So I've clipped this particular part here, something like this. Just put it to the angle I feel it's nice. You can always shift this to wherever you want it to be. Then I group this so that this is like plus one. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to be as quick as possible. And then I can also add a glue. If you notice, there's something like a glue around. So for this particular glue, all I do is just put it on white. Make sure you're on brush. Make sure the brush is on soft brush. And all you just have to do is just click once. Because since it's white, it's really just giving that glowy effect. So you don't have to change blend mode or anything. Just put it on white and you already have this as a channel. And if you want to actually take your time, you can even still add more effect on the top side of the glass so that it will look more glossy. You get the idea. So that's how I actually achieved this whole effect. Then when you're done, you add your extra effects, you do your more details to everything so that it will look more realistic. You can possibly add shadow around here so that it will look like it's, you get stuff like that to make it look very nice. So that's how I achieved this effect. Let me see if there's any question. Okay, no questions so far. I hope you guys got this part. So that's how I achieved this design. Then let me see if there's any other design. Yeah, I remember this. This also is the same thing. This particular design is the same process that I used to achieve that. So I don't need to work on this as well. Then this particular design, I feel this one is also very straightforward. This is just color and then this is gray, black and white. I feel this one is also very straightforward. I don't know if I want to do something like this, but if I need to, let me just work on it. So this is the normal one. I'll just duplicate it. Then for this one, I'll convert it to gray scale. That's Control Shift U, or I can just Control U and reduce the color. Control U, and then I'll reduce the saturation to give it grayscale. I still have my colored version here. So I'll come to my shape. Let's create a shape. Let me just say my shape is red. I can also create another shape around it. Maybe something like this. Now, these are shapes that I'm working with, right? These are shapes. As you can see, they are not smart objects, but they are vectors. They are vectors. So you handle vectors differently. So I want to cut out these whites from the red. So how you go about it with vectors is, see the white is on top of the red. So I'm going to merge these two together. I'll merge them together. So they are merged. I'll come to this my part selection tool and pick this second one. So it will be only this one. It's just this. Then I'll come here and subtract from shape, right? So I've subtracted that particular one from the white. So you can see we have only one now, and this is it subtracted. And since I say it's a shape, no matter how you reduce it or increase it, it still maintains quality. Kind of like a smart object. So this is it, something like this. And for all you just have to do, put a layer mask and change it to black. You know, black hides, and then just release only the side that wants to have color. So I cleaned. Okay, I need something exactly like this shape. I forgot that part because I was rushing. But anyways, I don't want to waste too much time. So something like this. I want to select only this part. Come to the black and white, and then so you have the colored side and then the other one, and then you can group everything together so that you can move it around. And I think there's one more design I want to do before I maybe. So I hope you guys basically get the idea for this one. So the other design I want to show. Let me see if I have it. Yes, this. I usually do some designs like this, and people ask me how is my own process like. So let me do something like this to give this effect. So first of all, we need a ground. So let's just see. So let's just say this is my background, right? Let me just rasterize this. Let's say this is my background. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'll convert these objects and duplicate it. I'll just hide the top one, create a new layer, and create a shape. So this is my shape, right? So now what I'm going to do is, you see this one now here, I'm going to flip it to this. Now, I've clicked it to the shape, but you won't really notice because they're almost the same thing. But now, to this one, I'll come to filter gallery, and then I'll come to blur, the Gaussian blur. I'll blur it to the way I want, maybe something like this. Since it is smart object, I can always come back to change the blur. Now for this, I'll reduce the opacity a bit, and then you can always come here and add whatever you want to add to just give that glass effect. Maybe stroke, inner shadow, or inner glow. Put it on white. This one now, you just actually play around with it to your own content. There's no particular way you can go about this one. This one is left to you. So, but basically, you're getting that effect like it's a glass. So you see it. So now, the cool reason why this style is better is because since the top one is already clipped, you can always move this around and that effect is still there. So let me even sorry. Let me go to my filter gallery, Gaussian blur. Let me blur it more. So this. Come here and increase the opacity a bit. So you can see anywhere you move it, the effect is still there. So now if you want to add text, you can come here. The text will actually have to be at the top. Add my text. No, sorry, the text is not supposed to be clipped. The text is not to be clipped. So this is the text. So what I'm going to clip the text to is this shape. Let me call it shape. I'll clip these two together. I'll link them, sorry, not clip, I'll link. So they are linked. So that means if I click only the text, right, since they are linked, that one will also move along, the shape will move along the text. Or if I click only the shape, it will move along with text, right? So the reason why this method is cool is because sometimes when you do it, you might want to move it to another direction, but then you have to do the process over again. But if you do it this way, you can always put this wherever you want to. So, but then if you take more time, you can make it an effect something like this, or even better, because you can still come here and add maybe on filter gallery, you can add something like this. Now see, it has another extra effect here. So all this now is left to you. Whatever you want to do with it to make it look very cool. And then see, you have this any way you want it to. So pretty much I think this is pretty much it. Yes, I think my time is so let me know if you guys have any question or if there's a particular design that I've done and you guys want to ask questions or anything you want to ask questions, please just like ask so that I or if there's anything I did and maybe you didn't understand, let me just review it now. Thanks guys.
So, hello guys. Don't worry, the video is recorded. You're going to get to watch it later. Okay, so just calm down, right? Calm down. I'm sure your your head is busting. Let's just give him time. I think we don't have enough time left.
I'm
Can you guys
telling you.
still wait? Can you guys still wait for like an hour? But I don't think our guests will want to wait for another hour. They say they can wait.
Okay, so Francis said the second design, there was something you click like deselect the blue, the green to get the effect. Can you go over it again? Okay, that particular one, I think I did three different design styles for that one, but I can still go over it. I think that's the design of the guy and that's the man and the woman. So let me just go over that one very quickly. Let me go over that very
Okay,
quickly. So
sorry, boss. Boss, please, do you still have more designs you want to work on?
okay, yeah, I have other designs, but
Okay, so
because of
let's
time, I don't know if okay, I can go
yeah.
through the other
Okay,
one since
let's
the
do it
video
this way.
is being
Let's do it
recorded.
this way. Let's have it this way. You can if you have one design that has like different effects, yeah, that has more than one effect, you get. So you can just like quickly run through it like bit by bit and then explain some of the ways you apply those effects, how you achieve them. So and then we use that one to round up. So every questions that you want to ask, that they want to ask, you can just um solve them while you are designing, while you're making that design.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have yeah, there's
So
this
we can just do
one.
that one within 20 minutes and then round up.
Okay, I think the network. Okay, sorry.
The
Let me
network
do
bar.
something. Yes, yes. Let me do something.
Okay, I was wondering why we don't have many people. Because about 1 million people, I don't even know. About 1 million people click the link to join the group. And then we have just 24 participants. Yeah, but I guess some people are Muslim and someone said they are praying also. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying the class too. Let me show my face. I'm not seeing myself. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourself. Okay. IK is back.
Okay,
Okay, so
someone
just
said
few minutes
right now
more.
Muslims are currently praying.
Yeah, they are praying. So I'll just leave it to you. Go ahead,
Okay,
boss.
so I was going to do a design. I think that's one of the designs I did very recently. And like I was saying, maybe if there is a particular design you guys want me to do, maybe one of mine, like have that you already saw somewhere, and then you want me to explain how I did it, I'll try and do it as quick as possible. So let me go over this one. So this particular design, the man standing over this text, how I achieved this. So let me just do this quickly. Come over here. First of all, I'll just create the background. So I just created the background just using colors. So I'm going to give it maybe something like a purple. Something like this works. So this is just a normal purple color. I'll duplicate it, bring the second one down. So this should be the top. I have the top and then I have the bottom. So all I have to do now is to add a gradient to make it look, to give an effect. So let me choose this color. Then I'll choose a darker version of the color. Let me go to I'll choose a darker version of this color. That's from the B. We have the B, we have the S for saturation, then hue for everything. This one, the brightness. So I reduce the brightness, so I have a darker version of it. And then to the top one, I'll come here to gradient overlay, put it, reset it, come to the basics. That's from, it's from here, it's choosing this color. That's what we have here. So I can always adjust this. You can see what it's doing, right? You adjust however you want it. So this already has given that effect, like it's something like this. So I'm trying to be as quick as possible. I can also do the same thing to this one. Let me just copy layer style, come and paste it. So here, starting from here to this way. You can always do it however you like. The darker side can start from here. It depends on how your lighting works, you get. So, but this is it. So this is my background. Let me create a new layer. Now, I already have the PNG. I've already traced out this one. I already have the PNG. So I'll just come and put the PNG. And okay, I think there's something. Okay, but let me just do this. So this is the PNG of him. So this is the man now standing. As you can see, there's no shadow, no text. So now I'll just come here, go to the white. Then the text is your choice, whatever text you want to use. So what was here? Stop comparing your part to someone else's. Let me remove this now so you can see it. Stop comparing your path to someone else's. So this is my text. Now, when I come to text, I'll put it on this so that it will be, then from this, I'll reduce it to, I want it to be something like this. Let's see, 60. To maybe like 66. Something like this is okay for me. To reduce it to 100. All right. So let's say this is the text. much with this text, except I either rasterize it or I convert it to a smart object. Because if I press Control, you can see what I have. It's not, if I press Control T, you see this. I'll have to either rasterize it or convert it to a smart object. So I prefer to convert it to a smart object and edit the text, right? I always come back here to edit the text. So I convert and right click. You can see the distort now working. So I can now distort it. And just this. So I have this here. I don't know if you guys because of the network, maybe I should go over this part again. I think because of the network, let me just go over this part again. So I said from here, if you press Ctrl T and you come here, the distort is not working. The only way you can do it is if you rasterize this font into a smart subject. So I prefer to change to a smart subject because you can always come back to edit text, maybe to change something if there's a spelling error or to change the typography, the text. So I'll come here and convert it to smart object. You double click it as smart object. This is the text. You can always come back here to change it. Let me just close this. So now I'll press Ctrl T and right click. My distort is now working, right? It's showing. I can distort the text. So I click distort. I'll hold Ctrl and Shift, and then I'll do this. Just drag. I'll come and do it in the same place here and drag while still holding down Ctrl and Shift, and then I'll do this as well. Put it down. Try to align it. You know, it's distorting, so you're going to do it to your own content, how you feel it's cool. Then Ctrl and just adjust it, bring it here. So that this is a quick work, but when you're doing it, you're going to have to take your time to do it to the way that you feel is best, and then bring it below the man and put man. So let me reduce this. So let's say this is it, something like this. Yeah, so something like this works. Then now, to get the shadow, there was a shadow, right? Shadow, and then there was this light and every other thing. So now, to get the shadow, what I did was, I just used my pen tool, put it on black, just draw, okay, sorry, let me change it to shape, then draw. And come back here and something like this, and also draw something like this. So I'll merge these three shapes together. So I'll convert it to a smart object. Then I'll come to my filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. This Gaussian blur is going to be to your heart's content. You can always come back to adjust it. Then I'll reduce the opacity also to enlighten. It's something like this. Let me put it below the man. So something like, and as well change the blend mode. Maybe I think something like overlay or hard lights. I'm liking this. So sometimes to this opacity, you can use the numbers to change. If I press number 1, this is in 10. If I press number 3, is in 30. If I press number 6, is 60. So let me just leave it in 4, maybe like 40. This is your heart content. And I feel the Gaussian blur is too much. I'll reduce it a bit. Something like this. Yes, is it okay? Now, since our light is coming from this direction, if you notice the image, there's a light I added here. So what I did was, on the man's image now, I'll create a new layer. I'll clip this layer, create clipping marks to the man. Then I'll change this to overlay. Now I'll use my and click maybe a blue. I'll use a lighter blue. Come to my brush. Let me reduce the size of the brush. So since it's on overlay, once I start putting it, okay, no, this particular one works. So let me change the to we have screen lighting, color dodge. Okay, I think color dodge works. Yeah, color dodge it is. So let me erase this and do it all over again. So my brush, I'll come here and just paint just around just to give it that effect like the light is actually on. Maybe something like that. You choose blend mode that actually works best for you, and you take your time while doing it. That was what I did here to give this effect. Like you can also do the same thing and give it a back effect by this side. Like I said, sometimes I rush my box and then so that's how I achieved it. Then to get the shadow, what I did for the shadow is demands. I duplicated it. Then this particular one down. Let me just rasterize it. I'll press Ctrl U and remove saturation and also lightness. So it's just be black. This is it. It's just black. So I'll just press Ctrl T. Since I've rasterized it, I can distort it. So I'll just distort it. I'll just stick to the angle I feel I want it to be in. It mustn't be perfect though. It's just going to give me an idea of how I want my shadow to be like, because I'll still adjust it. All right. So let's say something like this. Now, if you see the leg, it's actually not how I want it to be, right? So just use my eraser and clean off this part. Now I'll use the trace, whichever one works for you. It's just to draw out the shadow to add to the part that I deleted. So I'll change this to black. It's backspace to fill in since it's black. Since this is black, right? I just press Alt backspace to fill in whatever is here in the foreground. Control D to deselect. So now I have my shadow. But make sure you take your time in doing this. Then I'll convert it to a smart object. So I'll come to my filter gallery, blur, cushion blur, and put it to the side. I'll create a clipping mask with gradients. You can put it at maybe 50%. Then make sure your gradient is on black to none, black to nothing, or black to empty. You get this is white to black, this is black to nothing, this is black to white. So I'll make this one. Then I'll come here and do like something like this. It depends on how you want it. I'll reduce the opacity of the shadow, maybe to something like this. So all this is now still going to be to your liking. Everything like that's why it's a smart object. You can always come back to adjust the Gaussian blur. You see, so it's now to your liking, and then you can add your extra text and add some other effects. You know, people when they're done with designs, they usually come to add other effects like maybe vibrance, saturation, color balance. You get add extra effects with your color balancing when you're done. So that's that. So that's how I achieved this design. I think this one took more time. Then so the final one, or should I say is the final? Let me just see. For this other one is how I remove background. People usually ask me how I actually remove background from my design or for PNG. So Photoshop actually has a method you can remove background now, especially this hair. That is usually very difficult. If you come to your select, any of the select tool, it has select subjects, it has select mask. So you can just click the select mask to select it, then select subject. So this usually takes time. Now it has selected the subjects. As you can see, it has removed the background. Now I'll put refine hair. It has refined the hair. I'll also make sure it decontaminates the colors so it will make the hair pop out more, and make sure it's on layer mask, a new layer with layer mask, and then I'll press OK. So now if I put a background, you can see it has done justice already. It's pretty much good, or pretty much okay. You can actually use it to just convert this to a smart object. So you can see it actually did a very nice job, a very, very nice job. But there was a way, but this method doesn't always work. I actually do mine. If this method doesn't work, there's some hairs that when you're trying to do this will not work, or it will have some errors or some patches. So let me just see how I do mine, or how I used to do mine. Let's say this is my background color. Let me take it down. See it. So what I use is the eraser. The eraser tool here, it has background eraser. So this background eraser now, let me increase the size. I'll reduce the hardness down to 0. I'll reduce the spacing down to 0. The tolerance, you always keep changing this tolerance. So what you do now is you hold Alt and click the color you want to remove. Let's say this is white now, for example. I'll click on the white. So it has sampled the white. Let's say I clicked on red, it will sample the red. I want to remove the red, but no, I want to remove the white. I'll click white, that sample, and I'll increase the size of my brush. You can increase the size of your brush here, or you can just use these bracket keys to increase the size of brush. Bracket key. Then I'll start. Okay, this is too much, so I'll reduce the tolerance. Okay, first of all, I need to. Okay, yes, this is not. Put it on. No, I'm not going to protect. Let me go to my brush. Pressure. So this is how I actually remove the colors. So this method usually takes sometime, but then you will be the one to give it control to how much you want it to work. Like you can see how it is now. I can put Ctrl Z, I can come back here and increase this tolerance and come back and try it. So this method actually takes time, but then it can be very perfect as well. So this is how I go about it in removing the white. And let's say I'm somewhere here. Sometimes if this red do, it won't interfere with it. But let's say you're doing something, she has an earring, sometimes you have to trace out, let's say the pen tool, you might have to trace out some part so that it won't touch it. Let me just say, I'm tracing out this part. Make selection. So I've selected this particular area. So anything I'm doing will be within this area. It can't go out of this box, right? So whatever I'm doing is within this box. Then I can clean off all the whites from this area. It usually takes time though. But this was the method I was using before that new method now that I'm using. Clean off this side that it didn't do it properly. You do it manually. So that's how I usually remove hair from images. think it's the same method I used as well for this. Let me put it. So it's the same that I used for this as well. So even the hair, sometimes you might need to refine it even more. You can see it didn't actually do justice to this. This was the Photoshop that removed the hair and every other thing. It's Photoshop that did this. So you can see how it looks. It actually cut out some parts that it's not supposed to. And the hair too looks a bit. So that's why I said the Photoshop own might not always be accurate. That's why sometimes I prefer to do it myself, especially if I'm not. But if I'm rushing, if you zoom out, you won't really notice it. You won't. Somebody might not really care. But let's say it's going to be for print and it's a large print, I'll actually take my time to cut it out myself. So yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if so. You guys, I think you guys can now ask questions, or if there's a particular design that you want me to, you guys can ask.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. There are a lot of questions here. There are a lot of questions. Some people are just joining. There are so
Yeah, I
many
noticed some
questions.
people are just joining.
Esther C. Zoe. Oh, yes, my Zoe. She's not here. Okay, please let's get to your questions, please. Let's get your questions and let's try and make it snappy. We have just 10 minutes more. This is 9:20 already.
Yes, time has elapsed so much.
Yeah. Tips to be better, creative. Maybe your creative process. I
Okay,
think he has
for
mentioned.
my okay, so
Go
for
on, boss. Go on.
my creative process, what I do is okay. There's this thing I tell designers: whenever you want to do a design, it's good if you have time, right? So there's some except it's that's why it's only very few that I take when they need it very urgently. Usually I don't really do urgent designs as much, right? So I make sure that the client actually needs it. So this works for those that are doing freelancing, not those that are probably working with the company and all, because those ones you don't really have the time to say you want to. But that's how if you want to constantly keep putting out good creative works, you actually need a lot of time, right? Is how do you create this glass effect? I think I addressed that, but I'll come back to that. So based on the creative process, what I'm trying to say is they usually give me enough time. This time doesn't mean I'm not talking about week two or day two, no, but at least you have maybe like the whole 24 hours or maybe 2 days. And that way you can think, you don't have to rush it, you don't have to get. So I'll go online, get some ideas or get inspiration, create everything and put it in a folder. So that's how it works. Most of my works are based on in folders, and everything that has to do with that particular thing is in that folder. So let's say I create a design that has to do with a beauty product, and then I'm done with this. And then I want to create another different design that has to do with the beauty product. I can always come back to all the things I gathered initially about beauty products in the first design that I did and inspirations from there and do the second one. So I won't have to always go and be looking online and come on to create that second beauty product since I already have stuff I've gathered. So let's say I gather all those inspiration and everything. I'll just think in my head, what direction do I want this design to go? How do I want it to look like? There are different ways you can do it. There are design, there are 3D design styles, there are just the normal simple type of design that is just text, or you want to use text and image. I'll first settle that idea in my head. Which direction do you want to go with this design? Once I've settled that, then I'll try to see how I can mix different inspirations and ideas and put out the design. So also I have a variety of fonts that I usually use from. Like come here now. Let me come here. I have new fonts collection. So I have new fonts collections and I sort out my fonts based on different things, based on serif and condensed fonts and what. So most times I have a particular type of I know I want to use for this design. So I don't always, because we know how tedious it is trying to look for a particular font, especially within a logo design. So, but I usually have particular fonts that I have in mind. I'll make sure I try to memorize the name so I don't always have to come back to be looking for it and all. You know how stressful these things can be. So I'll just come and pick that particular type of font that I want. So let's say I want to use a font that is this type of very long font, condensed font, right? I have particular condensed fonts that I have to select the one that I feel is best for that particular project and use it. So it's not like now I already have inspiration here. I have the design style I want to go. I have the particular fonts that I want to use. And if there is a model or a picture, I probably, maybe if I don't have it, I'll look for that one. Or if I already have it, if you remove background, remove background. If you use it like that, I'll use it like that. But what I'm trying to say is that can helps you to gather all the things you want to do to actually make a very nice design. So that's the good thing about it. But now when it comes to rush project that you have to do it quickly, you won't have all the time to do this, right? So that's where you might need to look for a particular design and you see designer copying a design back. And most designers usually have problem with that because it's like maybe I took my time to do this, just go and copy it. And sometimes you might not even ask the designer, you just go and do it and then it'll be issues. You guess. So like, and there are times where even just sitting down, a particular idea can come to you and you can just sit down and create a very nice design in minutes or max an hour. So, inspiration comes in different ways. And so there are sometimes that it can take you days, there are sometimes it can take you weeks, there are sometimes it can actually just be minutes. You get the idea. But when it comes to rush work, that's why it's good to charge more because you're going to now be tasking your brain more and you're going to need all the time that you can and everything to make sure you finish that project and you actually do a very nice job. So that's how I handle my creative process.
Great, great. Thank you, boss. Thank you.
Yeah. So for
Okay,
this particular
how
aspect, I think I addressed this already.
I think you already did that in the class.
Yeah. Do I still need to
Yeah,
go
so
back
you
to
can
explain this?
no no no.
Okay.
You're going to rewatch the class again. Yeah. It's recorded so you can check for the glass effect later on. Okay. Are there any other questions? Because we can't design anything again tonight. So if you just have questions, any questions apart from aside designing. Somebody say what's your why?
Okay. He said before now, when man was doing your introduction, he said you drop designs daily, and like your name implies to daily design. Okay, the reason why I started daily inspiration was because I wanted to inspire people. It started on my birthday. I felt what's something that I can do to help people in general, not necessarily just graphic designers. So I was like, I have a challenge with being consistent in maybe putting up some designs. There are days where I can collect a design from maybe a client and I'll be like, this design, I think I need to do it in 2 days' time. Client will be like, I need it in maybe a day's time or so. And then I realized that I couldn't really pull that off. So I was like, why don't I challenge myself to see how if it's possible to make designs daily? So that was actually the challenge. So I was like, let me just start up something to be inspiring people. If I can actually be very consistent at it, then it's possible I can be doing designs very well as well for clients and I won't really have challenge. So that's how it actually started. So it was like my birthday thing and I wanted to inspire people as well as challenge myself. So that's the reason why I started the inspiration. So when I started this, I realized that when I started, I wasn't really consistent. Some days I'll do, some days I'll not do. But at one point, I became very consistent. So I kept dropping stuff. And then I realized that it challenged me because I had to put down goals. I had to put down a lot of stuff to make sure I keep putting things out. So in a way, it actually helped build me to become better, to actually set goals and make sure that I see them happen because you know how these things can be, especially in Nigeria. Sometimes you can be light challenged. They can be. So how do you tackle all these things? Like it will like make you to want to think further. You have plan A, B, C, D. In case plan A doesn't work, maybe plan B might work and stuff like that. So like it was kind of a challenge, but then it was fun because I was kind of like I was helping people in a way. I was happy with what I was doing and I was also learning in the process. So I think that's it. I don't know if I answered your question. Ulu, yeah, Uluwa, right? I hope I pronounced the name properly. Then Francis said, how do you deal with your creative block? Because sometimes it's very overwhelming. And then somebody said, please, another one, how do you generate images? Okay, so for AI images, I'm subscribed to Freepik Premium. So Freepik has AI generator,
So,
right? So I generate images there. So just subscribe to Freepik and then you'll be able to generate AI images. So all you just need to do is to learn prompts. Once you know how to write prompts, you can generate AI images to your prompt. Then for dealing with creative block, sometimes it's overwhelming. Well, there's a lot of things I do. I think when we talk about creative block, that one might need to be a different session on its own because there's a whole lot to it. But if I want to summarize it, I'll say I take care of my body very well. I make sure I eat well. I make sure I don't stare at screen too much. I make sure I sleep early. I make sure just like do think a lot and you need your body to be very, some designers, the way they sit down, your back is hurting, your eyes is hurting, you're not eating well, your body is just somehow. So like all those things too, like amounts to it. Like you just be very frustrated. But when your mind is clear, your body is very healthy, you listen to good music, you like maybe out for a walk in nature, or just like stuff that actually keep the body and all, like those things help. Then you also expose yourself to a lot of designs. So you can usually always have ideas on any project or anything that you're working on. Like I said, I have an inspiration folder where I always go back to. I save a lot of inspiration there. So you guys might be very surprised that in my inspiration folder, a lot of your designs are there. I save a lot of designs, right? Like I don't look down on any designer. Even some designs that you might feel is trash, some of them there might be something that I see I like, I save it as well. I can always go back to them and refer to it. So everybody is a source of inspiration to me, and almost everything is a source of inspiration to me. Even the type of music I listen to. I post memes a lot on my status because I find a lot of things funny there and it gives me inspiration too on some things I want to do. As well as movies. Like we can literally get inspiration from almost everything or anything. It depends on how we see the world and how we see things. Because always we all see things differently. So these are some of the things that actually works for me and help me to whenever, and also anytime I feel I'm trying to make a design and there's no idea, I give myself a break. That's why I said actually need time whenever you accept a design. Because imagine you're supposed to do a design for a client and then you're supposed to submit it today and you don't even have any idea. Like it's pretty much messed up. Especially if you're always collecting urgent designs, it's pretty messed up. But like I said, most importantly, make sure you take care of your body, take care of your eyes, you check your sitting postures and all those other things. Keep feeding your eyes with good designs. And yeah, pretty much that. So that anytime you don't have an idea or something, just like leave the system completely. Just go and do something else. Even if it's to play a game or watch a movie or try to sleep, take a nap or something. Take your mind off of design. Do something else and come back. You'll be very surprised sometimes when you just come back a lot of ideas. Because sometimes when the brain is very choked with so many things, like you will not even be able to think straight. But when you now go and like refresh and come back, I think you should be able to come back with something better. So that's how I handle creative block. I hope I answered your question. Somebody said,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, Doc
Thank you,
just said,
boss.
do you stay creative? What do you do to stay creative and maintain a unique style of design despite many design trends out there? How do you build a unique design feel? Um, okay, for this, the person actually made me start design. His type of designs are very neat and simple. That's why if you realize, if you look at my designs, I hardly do very shouty designs like that. Most of my designs are very simple, but just that I understand design process and also might look simple and it might look difficult to achieve again, but it's actually very simple. So most of my designs are honestly very easy. I just look for the text, the image, and whatever. I just maybe try to add something else to it that will give it a touch. So my design style is always go simple and what's the word? I don't really know the
Being
words to
simple and
use, but
captivating.
yes. There are other if you look at other designers, there are other designers that put so many things in their designs, right? And it's actually very nice. I'm not saying it's bad. We all have different designs, but most time I'm always thinking something very simple, something very so that's how I come up with my own ideas. It might be kind of complex in a way, but overall it's actually very simple. So in my own unique way, I do simple. I don't know. Sorry. I like words, so when dictionary day.
And also, everybody are not your audience, right?
Yes,
Even though
yes,
you're
as
making
well.
design for everybody are not your audience. You have your
Yes,
style. Not everybody will resonate with it. Yeah,
yes,
those that
actually
will
not.
will love you for what you do.
Yes, true.
So
That's
many of
something
you
I
saw
come to
the
learn.
designs that you saw you went to my page and you see some of my designs, just flat designs and there is no noise. I don't need to use any effect, right? So it's just to communicate and then keep everything going. Just make sure that your design pop sometimes. Yeah, use your
Yeah,
color, arrange it very well, communicate. That's the cocoa. That's the main thing.
yeah. So okay, for my handle, you say we need to post your handle so we can check your. I'll put my handle on Instagram, right? Yeah, I'll drop it. as- yeah.
Okay,
Doctor
I
said
think
thanks for
we need to
insight.
stop there.
Yeah, it's like
I think we
almost
need to stop here.
9:30 already.
Yeah, it's past 9:30. Someone is typing again. Francis is typing. Francis, are you? Oh, okay. All right. So it's good to say we've come to the end of design workshop for tonight. All right. Let's see. Let's drop appreciation in the chat for our daily inspiration boss. Let's drop appreciation. Let's drop
Yeah,
appreciation.
and thanks so much for
Sending
having me
emojis.
on.
Sending emojis. We're going to post a thank you. We're going to have a thank you design tomorrow. So you can just go to the comment and then go to his comments and drop appreciations also. All right. The video will be live, I think, probably tomorrow. Yeah, it should be on our YouTube channel. And there are some other videos there that you might want to watch. Yeah, we have, I think currently we have 200, over 200 views of Regs design. Yeah, we hosted Regs also. And we have about 200 views already. So you can still watch some other designs. Okay, so next week there is no design workshop. We don't have design workshop for next week, but and that is because my birthday is next week, and I need to rest. I need to rest. I need to enjoy myself. So we are coming back. I think last week in March. Yeah, we'll be bringing last week in March is for UI UX designers. Yeah, UI UX designer. How to become. What's the topic again? We are bringing one top designer like that. Okay, how to become a better UI UX designer. Yeah, so we're going to learn about fundamentals of UI UX and so on. If you have UI UX designers friends, you can invite them. You're going to see the details, sure. You're going to see the details. Okay, I'm going to drop our WhatsApp link here on Telegram for those who are not on our Telegram on our WhatsApp channel. That's where we do all our discussion. You can ask questions. You can ask stupid questions, but make sure your stupid question should be sensitive. Should be what's the word now? Should be sensible enough. Okay, you can ask questions. You can ask design related questions, not just design related. We build minds. Yeah, we talk about different issues. Talk about life, stress, and all of that. There are so many questions that you guys are asking here that we have even answered on our platform, right? And we want you to know that it is not just about designs. Yeah, we don't just deal about designs. For me, I don't like IK said. He said you have to sleep early sometimes. Most of the time, I sleep early too. Yeah, except there is need for me to just stay awake and then work. Like tonight now, I'm going to stay up for some time before I sleep. But stay up. Don't stay up all night. Sleep early. When you wake up refreshed, and then you can pick up whatever you want to do. By that time, your head is free. You are not thinking of anything. If you are able to wake up around 4, just get on your laptop. You you have good time to work. Yeah, inspirations will be flowing left and right, and you'll be able to solve anything you want to do. Okay, what do I see I have to say? I think I still want to say something. I still want to say something. I think I forgot mine. 1 second, please. People are already leaving. Thank you, boss. I'm not seeing people thanking me. Oh. I'd not say you should thank me, but at least let me smile now. So for designers, yeah, for graphic designers and brand designers, there is an amazing guest you're bringing in April. I'm sure you guys know him. You all know him. I won't mention his name. He's a very crazy guy. Thank you. Um, I say he's a crazy guy. Yes, he's really a crazy guy. I won't mention his name yet, but you're going to see it. But just stay tuned. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of people we are going to bring on. Or let me ask this question again. I think this is what I wanted to say before. Is there any designers you guys are looking forward to see? You can just drop suggestions and No, no. Just drop suggestions. Let's know who you want to see. Let's know. Drop it in the chat. Someone said she is not Pentifire. I don't know about that. Ajala Victor. Okay now. Jobo Sin. Ah, Jesus. Okay, we can get them. Mr. T. Mr. T. We have Mr. T was one of our guest speaker in our first conference. You can check our YouTube. Help me check the link, our YouTube link, and drop it in the chat. So Mr. T was there and then like talked about a lot of things. You need to hear him. You need to hear him. The link will be dropped now, so you can check him on YouTube. Benny Production Guy on YouTube. Okay. You see, there's something about we people. Yeah. Learn to build relationship. You get build relationship. You can't learn all these things that you're learning, all these things you're getting. You can't get them like that. It's not every course that you pay for that you're going to get all this kind of. Some of you are not even watching. You're not even watching the course that you bought. Yeah, we have Udemy courses. We have Coursera. We have so many of them, but we are not watching them. Where is the link? Where is the link? Just drop it in the chat. Can he do a design session like this? I'm not sure Mr. TA will do a design session because he has his own channel also where he teaches. Okay, so that's a YouTube link, so you can check Mr. TA, Davy White, Leye, Ufot Ubon. These are top names. No, see, this thing is not about all these popular people that you are mentioning. No, there are some designers that you don't even know are very good. No, they are good, but they are not popular. They are doing very well. Yeah. And do you know me before? Some of you don't even know me before, right? And you don't know what I'm capable of. So there are many people like that, but let's see what we can do. I'm going to see, I think this person that you even mentioned, Ajala, let's see what we can do. I think we have brand design. If you are brand designers, let's know. We're going to bring Ajala someday. We're going to bring who again? Who again should we bring? I think I can bet on Ufot Ubon. And there's a friend of mine. Do you guys like do you guys do 3D modeling? If you guys do 3D modeling, I have a friend who does that really well, a lady. So we are going to bring her also. There are a lot of people that we are going to bring. Yeah, so just stay tuned. Let's see. Let's just call it a night. Let's call it a night. It's good to have you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because if you hadn't joined, it would have just been myself and IK that will be here. Thank you so much, boss. Thank you, IK Jerry. Thank you for this amazing class. It's so educative and insightful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. The names I can see here: Success, Miles, Emmanuel, Ulushola, Jesse, Iben, Praise Code, Semidayo, Luanifemi, Light, Iwie, Peter Ogumola, Francis Ojo, D Walker. Thank you so much. All right, have a good night rest.